Hi guys, I finally got one after months of popping into the Seiko shop in Bond Street area, London, to look at this watch. It's the SLA042J1, or another number for it is SBDX038. It's £3,600 in the Seiko shop, so I could never really afford to buy it from there. Other Seiko dealers had it for as little as, I think it was 2,600. I managed to get this for 1,900 from Japan, and it's exactly the same as the ones on sale in the UK, and it's just really nice. I waited so long for it to arrive. To be really honest, the buzz went a little bit because it took so long to come, and I watched so many reviews. I'm still loving it, and it's a real head turner. I mean, I was sitting eating in a cafe the other day, and this guy just couldn't keep his eyes off it. He looked quite a well-dressed gentleman. He was wondering what it was. I was so tempted to have a chat with him, but he was with his young sons. I didn't want to interrupt them. But it is really nice, and it wears quite small. I was a bit worried that, even though I tried it on before, that it might be just too bulky, but because I'm used to big watches, it really isn't a problem. I've had it for about 10 days, and it's running about a minute and a half, no, about a minute fast, which is brilliant. It's much more accurate than I thought it might be. Let's just turn it over for you now. It's a bit hard focusing. I'm just using my phone. Nothing, no professional equipment. I won't go too much into the specifications because if you're watching this video, you probably know all about that anyway. But what I can say is this shroud, this protective shroud or outer bezel, it's made of a very special ceramic that's 10 times harder or stronger than steel. The rotating bezel, I believe, is titanium and rose gold plated. Same with the key part and the buckle. The crown, as on other reviews, it's really solid. When you pull it out, there's no swaying left or right, it's just solid. And when you turn the bezel, the clicks are lovely. I've been told that it's better than a Rolex, the clicking. It's got 120 clicks. The glass is sapphire crystal, and it's coated on the inner side and to reflect it, but it's a very thick glass. When you tap it, it just feels solid. Yeah, and the sweeping hand's quite smooth. And I've tested it on a time grapher machine, and I think it was 5 seconds, plus minus 5 seconds, which is very good. Very good. I think you all know that you can't access the watch like normal watches from the back. It's all done from the front by removing the bezel, and can only be done by, very qualified watch technicians. The strap is really nice and soft. I have it done up sort of quite loosely on my wrist, but I've noticed after wearing it for 10 days, it has loosened up a little bit. So I'm on the 5th hole at the moment, so I might be moving to the 6th because it has softened up a little bit. I've worn it swimming once, just as a novelty factor. I didn't really intend to take it swimming too often, but just to see what it was like, and it's nice. I was just worried about losing it in the pool. Because I've got it for such a good price, like half the retail price, I just really feel like I've got my money's worth. It's so well made, it's so unique. There's nothing to compare it to. Like the 1,000-meter water resistant, and it has been tested to, I believe, 4,200 meters, where it stopped working at that depth, but it was working fine at 3,500 meters. So, you know, it's just an example of how good this build quality is, and it goes far beyond the advertised 1,000 meter range. I also bought a watch winder to go with it, because I don't want to wear it every single day, because I've got lots of other watches as well. And I keep slowing the watch winder down, but the watch just keeps staying wound up. So it doesn't seem to need too much to keep it wound up. I think I've got it on 600 rotations per day at the moment. Yeah, like I say, it wears much smaller than it is. If you like a big watch, this is the one, you know. This is the one for you. I will eventually buy other straps, but at the moment I don't think I should mess with it. Apparently, if you can't undo these, well, you can undo these screws, but that would invalidate the warranty unless you put them back as they should be with some sort of thread locking liquid or whatever, because they're not just screwed in, they've got a locking like a Loctite, like a glue, to stop them coming undone, so they would know if you've opened the watch. So don't mess with it. But I'm sure after I've had it a while, I will attempt to open it. And with my time grapher, I can sort of monitor accuracy and then work out if it ever needs a service, which I'm sure will be many, many years down the line. They recommend 2 or 3 years. Every 2 or 3 years you service it, but that's manufacturer's recommendations. And they also recommend Seiko only want you to take it to them, so they've got a bit of a monopoly there. I think you can easily wait 5, 6 or 7 years, but the time grapher will let you know when it needs servicing, because the time accuracy will change. The only thing that's a little bit disappointing, but not too much, when I watched other reviews about the Lume, it does really glow when you first charge it up. I mean, I use a ultraviolet torch, but you can use any light. It doesn't glow as bright and for as long as they say, but you do get a gentle glow for a few hours, and it does shine like a torch for the first couple of minutes, as they do say, but it's still not what people say it is. So don't have too high expectations. 22 millimeter lug width, so it's quite easy to find other straps. Some people say you need 21.5 millimeter, but I'm sure 22 will be fine. 0.5 millimeter is nothing. I think this back's probably titanium as well, but it's a bit unclear which parts are still titanium. So ceramic, obviously, just the outer shroud is ceramic. Gold plated, that doesn't actually say it anywhere, but they say it in reviews. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to be sure exactly what's what. Just not enough accurate info, even direct from Seiko, believe it or not. But one of the main reasons I bought this, apart from it sort of growing on me, when I first saw the Tuna design watches, I just thought they were weird. I would never consider one. But it just sort of happened after seeing them several times. I thought, I actually like that now. But the biggest reason I bought it was the caliber, the 8L35 movement, which is the undecorated Grand Seiko movement that they used in the Grand Seikos. That was a big selling factor to me. I would not have bought it if it wasn't for that. And I could never really afford, a nice Grand Seiko. Plus, I wouldn't like to just wear it anywhere, because you're likely to get mugged for it these days, the way things are going with watches. So I thought, having a Seiko brand, less likely to be attacked for your watch, even though it does still look quite desirable, but you're less likely to be mugged for a Seiko, but you would be mugged for a Grand Seiko. So I chose a watch that was sort of a wolf in sheep's clothing. So it's got the quality internal movements, but the lesser name on the outside. I do really recommend this watch. You know, I've worn it out and it's not a burden at all. It's comfortable. The size of it makes you feel good. It's sort of not too much of a macho feeling, but it's just that bulkiness is nice, and it doesn't weigh you down. It doesn't sort of catch anywhere. It's big, but it's not too big, and it's a bit of a head turner, and that people can tell it's something special still. Like I said, I'm not going too much into technical, because if you're watching this, you must know quite a bit about the watch already. I might do a more thorough review one day, but this is just me sitting around doing nothing. I just thought I'd tell you about my watch. Okay, thank you, bye.